Alright, welcome back everybody again for another Mad Hatter tutorial. This will be our third and final part to our MCmmo tutorials. On this one we will be covering Herbalism, Woodcutting, Acrobatics, Alchemy, and Excavation to finish up the total skill tree list. So to get started, we'll go over here to the farms at the Dadarchy Trading Hall and do it here. Alright, first off for Herbalism, you have Green Terra, which is basically up to 3 times a drop from your crops when you're harvesting them. So as you can see, I broke one and there's multiple there. So within just a couple of pumpkins, I've got 10 pumpkins. So, you know, your drops greatly increase there. Alright, now for the other one is Green Thumb. Get around this fence here. And with Green Thumb, basically as long as you have the seeds in your inventory, which I have right here, when you break the crop, there's a chance that it'll regrow itself. Yeah, it was doing it a minute ago. I'm not sure why here. Maybe it's... Yeah, it's got to be done with a hoe. You've got to use a hoe to do it. But as you level it up, the greater the chance is that it will in fact actually replant what you have harvested. So, you know, you're getting a bonus for more stuff, and it's also replanting your stuff for you. Also in this is what's called farmer's diet. So basically, crops and stuff like that supposed to give you higher amount of hunger. Oh, that did real good. That carrot filled me right on up there. So I mean that's real good. That helps. So basically, bread, cookies, crops like carrots, potatoes, stuff like that will increase your hunger a whole lot more than what they normally would as you level up your herbalism. All right, so that pretty much does it in and out of herbalism. Like I said, basically just increases your drops as you level up, increases the chance of replanting. Make sure you use a hoe, and gives you what's called farmer's diet. So it makes everything that you eat that you farm actually give you a lot more saturation on your hunger bar. So for the next part over here, we're going to go for wood cutting. We'll go to one of these wooded areas. All right. So with our wood cutting ability, let's see here. We have tree feller, which is a activating type. You know, we have to ready our axe, and if you don't make contact with wood, it will lower. But you ready it and then hit it. Okay, there we go. Don't be looking at it or else it'll just skin it. But there you go. It turns on the tree feller. Not sure how long it stays active. Probably about 30 seconds, like the other effects seem to, but obviously plenty long enough to get some major wood. Alright, another one of them is the leaf blower. Makes leaves instantly mine with your axe. So as you level up, you'll get to where you'll be able to just instantly mine your leaves away. Alright, double drop. So, of course, as this all levels up, your drop rate will increase. Um, so you will get more drops out of everything that you actually cut down. So that's pretty much the ins and outs of our axe for our tree wood cutting aspect. So the axe is very, very versatile, as you can see. Now we will move on to our acrobatics, which That is pretty straightforward. Acrobatics levels up by taking fall damage. So the more fall damage you take, the faster that it will actually level up. And with the ability, let's see, it's gonna be hard to demonstrate that because I think the OP at the moment is gonna mess it up. But basically, it's straightforward. You know, you take fall damage, it'll level up. What it has is two sub abilities that it activates. One is called roll, and the other one is called dodge. Dodge works in combat, so as you level up your acrobats, you will be able to kind of dodge an attack, which will decrease the damage that you take in combat. And then the roll will happen as you hit the ground from high heights. Sometimes you will not take as much damage. Um, like I said, I do believe the OP status is kind of messing with the fall damage at the moment. But yeah, straightforward. It pretty much it works on its own. You don't even have to think about it. It's going to level itself up as you play, and it's going to do its thing all on its own. Um, Next up would be Alchemy. In Alchemy, let's see, you gain XP from potion making. Pretty straightforward. The sub skills are always active, which is Catalyst, which increases the brewing speed of your potion. So let's see here. Uh, Let me get some fuel for this thing here. Oh, there we go. Just get the blaze powder. That'd be smarter. Um, and then we need. Where is the nether wart? Where will we find such a thing? All right, let's save some time. There we go. Nether wart. All right. So put some blaze powder in here. We'll put some nether wart in there. Um, Supposedly will increase up to 4 times. Okay, wow, that was quick. And then the next part of it is I'm not able to exactly demonstrate all of it because as the subcategories, there's no way to actually level the subcategories of a skill up without actually just doing it. But as you brew potions, you will get to where you unlock other tiers of potion ingredients that you can use. Um, One is the carrot, which I ate the carrot that I had in my thing. Basically, it will give you haste. A slime ball, which will give you dullness. On tier 3, which tier 1 is just your vanilla potions. Tier 2, the carrot and slime ball. Tier 3, quartz and rabbit's foot. The quartz gives you absorption, and the rabbit's foot gives you leaping. On tier 4, you would have the apple for your health boost. On And the rotten flesh would give hunger. On 5, you have the brown mushroom for nausea, and the ink sac for blindness. And then on 7, you have the poison potato for decay, and on tier 8, you would get the golden apple, which does resistance. Which I feel like I missed the fern somewhere in there. Yeah, on 6, fern is saturation. I think I did mention that. My bad, y'all. All right, well that covers those. I can't exactly demonstrate those potions without sitting here and leveling up my actual potion skill from making them to get the sub skills to actually do like it's supposed to. But you can see it's pretty straightforward on that. The speed boost that's really nice. Um, so next up we'll do excavation. Basically that's your shovel. Excavation levels up, of course, as you're digging things. Um, you have two parts of excavation. You have what's called Giga Drill Breaker and Archaeology. Giga Drill Breaker would be basically instant mining. During this time, it will give you a 3 times treasure chance, which the archaeology, basically with each level of experience, it has its own drops list, and each block has its own drops list. So as you level up that, you will wind up getting different drops as you mine blocks like gravel and sand and dirt, and each one of those blocks has its own specific drop list of things that it can drop, and that rate will increase as you level up. And during the Giga Drill Breaker, uh, let's see, why is it not ready? I'm not exactly sure why it's not leveling up here. Try and see if it'll give us some of the drops and stuff that it claims. Oh shoot, I know why. I'm in creative, y'all, still from where I had to get that form. That's why that's not working. That explains. Alright, so as we do this, you're supposed to get drops, and as you can see, there's mushrooms and glowstone dust, potato, glowstone dust, all kinds of different things dropping. As that levels up, those chances will get better and better. And like I said, depending on what you're exactly doing. Alright, let's see if we can get this. There we go. Alright, so basically like an instant mine. I done broke my shovel, y'all, but as you can see, it instantly mines. It just increases the speed rate and the drop rate. You can see I got a lot more different drops than we did over here without that active. So pretty straightforward on that. All right, everybody. Well, once again, I thank y'all for joining me and watching this tutorial and all, and those that stuck through to the end. I know this was pretty long with a whole lot to it, 3 parts like this. I appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Um, those watching that aren't part of the Dad Archie community already, once again, I encourage you to reach out and join us if you're a dad. A great group of people. Couldn't ask for a better group of people to play games with, hang out with, talk to. Till the next one, y'all have a good one.